The IPO market has been in the doldrums, particularly here in Hong Kong. IPO funds raised at a 20-year low. You got to have some good news for us. It's going to be better next year, right?
Yeah, I think the general sentiment is that it's going to improve, especially given the interest rate hikes that, hopefully is going to ease a bit, early part of 2024, if not later in the year. And also the sort of stabilization of the geopolitical tensions, hopefully, that would help ease as well. I think the general sentiment is because 2023 had been particularly tough because of all the dynamics that I mentioned. Things could hopefully get better in the new year. What we're seeing also is China has been contributing quite a bit, in terms of proceeds to the global sort of total proceeds as well as the number of listings. The expectation is that Shanghai and Shenzhen's probably going to top the IPO table league with NASDAQ and New York Stock Exchange followed. Yeah.
What about Hong Kong? Because the market here is predominantly Chinese companies. They would opt to be listing on the mainland markets over China. Why so?
I think it's also because, somewhere mid-year 2023, there had been some implementation of a filing system in place, which kind of makes it a little bit uncertain in terms of process, timing. So there had been some hesitations in the market. But having said that, that kind of cleared up because, we are seeing some successful geo filings in place that was completed, and also some successfully listed offshore. So hopefully, that would improve the sentiments. As you mentioned, because the composition is huge, the proceeds coming from China, issuers, as well as issuers which have significant operations in China, and also plus all the plus factors are hopeful. Factors, including the interest rate hikes, hopefully slow down. That would also improve, in the Hong Kong situation. In Hong Kong, I think particularly if we're talking about a healthy pipeline of listing applicants, we still have that, and with all the new initiatives that the Hong Kong Stock Exchange has been implementing, that would actually give us a very good infrastructure to build on and to tap into 2024 market.
In terms of the pipeline, we've been waiting on Alibaba's 6 business lines to come to market. Of course, that has not materialized yet, and they went so far to say that the cloud business will not be listed. Cainiao looks like to be the first, the Cainiao Logistics. What are some of the big names? Are there going to be any blockbuster names to look out for next year?
For this year, apparently the big blockbuster ones, we don't have. 4 of the 10 largest ones, are listed in China, for example, and elsewhere. But hopefully next year, with the valuation, that's going to improve. Things going to improve. We're going to see, all the big names back in Hong Kong. There's been proven some of the good track record, for example, in the past. The success of the big tech innovative company listing regime that's been adopted by the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Hopefully we are seeing that to continue on as well.